Hey everybody, this is just a quick video to show you the basics of Twinery or Twine. The idea is to create sort of a choose your own adventure with a very low bar and a very high ceiling. So any student can do it, and they can make their own stories, and those that want to really push it in terms of technology and computer science can really take it to the moon. So when you go to twinery.org, you're going to click on Use It Online. We're going to skip the tutorial, but feel free to go through it if you'd like. And so I don't have any stories in here right now. One thing to remember is that it will save it online, sort of. But if you change computers or if you change browsers, things like that, it's not actually going to remember who you are. There's no login or saving online. So just something to keep in mind is once you have a good story, you're going to want to download it and save it to make a backup. So let's make a story. I'm going to call it Interview with a Cat. And what it's done is it's created a passage for me. And a passage is like a passage in a book. So if you double click on it, you can see that it looks a little bit like Word or something like that, where you can have bold and italics and all this stuff. But we're going to write our story in here and then give the user a choice on what they want to do. So for example, our first passage here, I'm just going to call Start, because we're always going to start from this passage, and it's an interview with a cat, so I'm gonna ask the cat some questions. I'm gonna say, what does purr mean? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a link to a new passage. So those little square brackets right there, right? 2 of them on the left, 2 of them on the right. Create a new passage automatically. So if I close this, it saves it, and you can see it created a whole new passage here called Purr, and that's the title, Purr, and it doesn't have anything in it yet. So I'm just going to say purring means I'm happy. Okay, and save that. And we have a working story. Already, literally, it's been like less than 3 minutes. We click play down here in the bottom right. What does purr mean? We click on purr. Purring means I'm happy. And it works. It's really that simple to get started. So I'm going to add some more to my story here. So I went back into my first passage, the start passage, and I said, what does purr mean? What does meow mean? And what does growl mean? And you can see I actually moved it right into the text. So those are actually going to be part of the text now. If I close this, you'll see I have it automatically created a purr, a meow, and a growl for me. And so if I say meow, I'm going to say meow means I'm hungry. And I'm going to go into growl. And I'm going to say growl means I'm angry. All right, so now we play our game or run our story, and you can see that the links are right inside it now. So what does purr mean? Purr means I'm happy. What does meow mean? And you can obviously add more links in these individual pages as well. So you can feed the cat, you cannot feed the cat. There's all sorts of things you can do. But the first thing we want to do is save it. So I'm going to go down here in the bottom left, there's Interview with a Cat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish to file. So this bottom thing on the left, publish to file, and it's going to save it down in my downloads folder. Might depend on the computer you're using, where it goes, but mine is right here in my downloads folder. If I want to, start in a new browser and load my story, right? Then I go into twinery.org, use it online, and let's just delete this. Whoops. let's just delete this one here. Delete story. So I come to a new computer or something, or a new browser, or my story's gone. So I click Import from File on the right-hand side here. I select Interview with a Cat, which is the file I literally just saved 10 seconds ago. I open it up, and there it is. So you always want to save it to your computer. It makes it a little bit more fun. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you, because I want to keep this video short, is how to add a picture. So I'm going to go back into my start page, and I'm going to add a picture. So this looks a little fancy, this code here, but in the angle brackets here, all I've done is said image, IMG. The source of the image is here on my website here. It's a picture of my cat, and the width is 400. So now if I run it, you can see it adds a picture of my cat. So I added some links to some tutorials, and there is, of course, a lot of information in the main page here. There's a wiki, there's a cookbook, there's a Discord channel, there's all sorts of places. If you want to know how to do something, you can Google it. But hopefully you can get started and have some fun. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.